In this video we are going to talk about some factors that affect the shape of the hierarchy. And we are again and again getting to the basic idea that you have got 100 employees. Oh, sorry, my pen. So 100 employees, and you would like to manage them somehow, and you would like to manage them as well as possible. And due to basic ideas or due to natural processes, you are getting to some shape of a pyramid. So you will have some managers, then higher level managers, and then top managers. But as we have talked in the next videos, there are many disadvantages that this natural process brings to you, and I would like to introduce some tools or some shortcuts how we can do things work better. The first one is going to be the idea of horizontal differentiation. So horizontal differentiation, differentiation. And how is it going to look? Let's draw a pyramid with our 100 employees. Let's say I will split them to some subunits. So I will have maybe one department of my sales. So I will have sales, then I'm going to have some engineering maybe, then I will have some manufacturing. So here will be manufacturing, and then maybe some research and development. So research and development. So I have divided them maybe to each one of them will have 25. So 25 here, 25 here, and here also. So what I can do now with my vertical differentiation, let's say then in a sales department, it is very easy. I will have just one manager for this department and no lower level managers. For manufacturing, it will be very different. I will have maybe 5 lower level and one higher level. And for research and development, I will have just one leader or just one manager, and maybe for my engineering department I will have 10 over here, 5 and 1. So you can see that I can split it into some subunits. So subunits. So I will have within my company, I will have several vertical differentiations. You can see I'm highlighting example of one. So several kinds. So it will not be this rigid and not be will be given this rigid way. And the second idea that is very interesting from my point of view is the centralization or the decentralization. So centralization. So just let's imagine why actually we have this kind of pyramid from the point of view when we care about the decision making. So decision making. If you have watched one of my very basic videos for this chapter, there is always some employee who receives some kind of work and he is not sure about the decision, so he moves the decision up. And this manager is still not sure, so he moves the decision up, and the top manager do the decision, so it is applied the way down and again down. So this is why there is this vertical differentiation, and I have these levels. So I can solve it through the opposite of it. I can decentralize. So decentralize the decision making, so that my employee will have this task that needs to be done, and he will move it up. Oh, sorry, my pen is doing mistakes again. So he will move it up, and directly this lower level manager do the decision and moves it down. So this really increases my responsiveness. So responsiveness, and maybe I will find out that this level of manager is very good, so I will totally skip this one level of managers, and I really can save some bureaucratic cost, increase the responsiveness, and so forth and so forth. And the last idea that is again interesting is the standardization. So standardization. This standardization can really ease the control. And how it can do that? Well, just imagine that you will have two employees. So I have one and two, And if I do not have some standardization or some standard within the company, the manager will have to come to this employee and then this employee, and then he will also have to look at their relationship. So he will have to do some personal. So he will have to do some personal um, monitoring. Monitoring. But what can he do? He can simply make some standards. So make standards. Usually those are some quantitative standards. So quantitative. So let's say he will make a standard. When do you guys come to a job? When you do so, just leave a note, some electrical one, and at the end of the month, I will just check these standards and I can do my job easier. So these were the three ideas. First one was the horizontal differentiation, that I can split my company into different subunits, and I can have several kinds of vertical differentiation. Then I can centralize my or decentralize my company to increase the responsiveness and maybe to actually omit one level of managers. And finally, I can standardize, or I can make some standards within the company, so the monitoring will be easier for me. So hopefully this was helpful.